Just take a look at how CNN frames this story. Wisconsin police shoot black man as children watch from a vehicle, attorney says. It's all very true, but it's not the complete story. In fact, if I was to use a headline, I would use the headline Wisconsin police shoot man as he refuses to comply with police orders and tries to dive into his car in the driver's seat, for which he doesn't even have a license. Let's go on with CNN's story, though, for just a little bit. Two Wisconsin police officers are on leave Monday as state authorities investigate why a black man was... Do you notice this shit? I am getting so damn tired of it. CNN and other legacy media outlets continually bring up the fact every single time that a criminal who is black, they identify him as black, don't identify him as a criminal, don't identify him for any misdeeds he's doing. All of a sudden, it's this innocent black man instead of this hardened criminal. I am just so tired of this bullshit. The only really sad thing about this story is the next paragraph. The man's 3 children, 3, 5, and 8, were in the car. Yeah, they saw his father get shot in the back while they were in the car. This is as much as the story as CNN wishes to tell you. They don't want to tell you what happened after this man was shot in Wisconsin. They don't want to tell you what happened that night. For that, let's go to some Wisconsin news and find out. This site is Madison.com. Protests erupt after Wisconsin police shoot black man in Kenosha. This is a little bit more honest. Let's take a quick look at this picture. People pound on the Kenosha Police Department door in Kenosha, Wisconsin on Sunday, August 23. These rioters, which are labeled protesters here, are causing a lot of damage, but we'll see that in another Wisconsin report. Let's go on with this one. Kenosha. Protesters set cars on fire, smashed windows, and clashed with police officers in riot gear after Kenosha police shot and wounded a black man, apparently in the back, while responding to a call about domestic abuse. Now, let's go on a little bit further in this story, and we'll see why this man resisted arrest. Because on all the videos that I've seen, you can see, unless it's a very clipped down one, where police have their guns drawn and they're telling the man to get down, to put his hands up. He is not responding to police orders at all. He's trying to escape. I wonder why. This story tells us why he refuses to comply with police orders. Here it is. Online court records indicate Kenosha County prosecutors charged Blake on July 6th with third-degree sexual assault. By the way, that's a felony. Trespassing and disorderly conduct in connection with domestic abuse. So we have 2 misdemeanors and a felony for which there was an open arrest warrant for him. Oh, and by the way, there's also a case that comes up for him not having a driver's license. What the hell is he doing going around to the driver's side of a car when he doesn't have a damn driving license? So this man wasn't just an innocent black man. He was a man with an open arrest warrant. That is why he wouldn't obey police orders. That is why he was fleeing. He did not want to be arrested because once police arrested him and did a record search on him, they'd find out the open arrest warrant and he would be carted off to jail. That was something he avoided at all costs, and which, by the way, will likely earn him a Darwin Award. Let's go on because there's more. Remember at the beginning of this story where they showed people pounding on the door to the police station? Let's go to a different organization that shows a different view. This is from WBUR. Police shooting of black man in Kenosha, Wisconsin sparks protests. Look at this. This is in front of the police station. There's a truck on fire. And they're calling it a protest. This was a riot. A full-blown bloody riot. Let's take one more look at one last Wisconsin report. This is from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Kenosha police shoot man. At least this one isn't being all racist. They just say a man. They don't say he's a black man. Much better. Video of incident appears to show officer firing several shots into his back at close range. And even then, they don't mention in this headline that he resisted arrest and that the police were probably fearing for his life. They didn't know what he was reaching for once he got into his car. Was he trying to go for a gun? We don't know. Oh, and by the way, in that last news article where they just showed one vehicle burning, that was at the police headquarters. Over here, you see several vehicle burnings. Well, I've read a lot more reports than these four I'm mentioning. And in some of them, they talk about how an entire used car lot has gone up in flames. And how did it go up on flames? These rioters were throwing flares into the vehicles, and that's how they got them to catch fire. Black Lives Matter is already labeling this as another police shooting of a black man, and not correctly labeling it as police shooting of a criminal. If BLM was honest, they wouldn't call themselves BLM, but CBLM, Criminal Black Lives Matter, because that's all they seem to protest for, criminals.